meta-morphosis.
Hi, this is Ken from Meta-morphosis. I'm doing a quick channel update today just to let everybody know what's going on. I know it's been a little while since the last guide was posted, but usually we have a couple months in between each video. Used to, that was because I was just kind of in the planning phase of the channel, just trying to get established. But I'm gonna try and start making more consistent videos if I can. There's a few things in the way of that right now. So I'll still be posting videos, just, it's still going to be kind of infrequent. Right now, there's a couple things going on. One, in my personal life, I just don't have a lot of time right now. I just lost my job. That's not meant to be like, everybody panic. I'm not starting a Kickstarter or anything. I can get another job. I'm not worried about that. I just have to spend some time dealing with that. And then Dota has the next update coming out, which I believe is Dueling Fates. And there was a post on the 19th of September that said it was going to be about another month. So if I had started a guide right then, it would have been probably a week or two before I got that guide done, just because I'm by myself working on it. And then at that point, the guide would have been viable for like a week or two before there was an update, and then it could completely make that guide null and void. So I didn't really want to do a whole guide on a hero when they could potentially change. This is probably going to be one of the bigger updates, so there are probably some key things that are going to change about certain heroes, so I didn't want to just run into that. Also, speaking of that update, the Dueling Fates update, I'm considering doing update videos. I've tried to do that on a personal channel before, and I think I might try to do that on this channel. I have to find some way to format that. One of the things that I took a lot of time with this guy doing was finding a good format. Basically, now I have a template. Excuse me. I have a template, which is essentially I take a script from a previous video. I go rewrite what I need to. So basically most of the thing, I think intros and outros are usually very similar just to keep consistency. And then redo everything in between. Talk about heroes, talk about their items, such and such. And then I go collect all the information I need from stuff like Dota Buff or Open Dota, and begin working on the UI, or the user interface, which is the sidebar and such that comes out and reveals items. I go and I do that, and I have a template for that. All of that came from probably a year of getting it right. On my personal channel, I actually had an early guide that was a lot different. It was done in the style of, at the current time, the Dota pull-out menu, which is where when you click play game or whatever, it pulls out the little menus and you can click on it, whatever. It was done in that style, and it was a good style, but it was just a little outdated looking. So I tried to do something a little bit better. I've studied user interface stuff for a long time. I'm not good at it, but I try my best, and I think I've got a decent formula at this point. It still needs work. There's a lot that's not perfect on there. I have a lot of alignment issues that you don't notice unless you're really looking at it, but I'm still working on that. I'm still perfecting that template, and I may be trying some other styles. I'm thinking that what I could end up doing is on update videos, trying out newer user interfaces that I've developed to just see how they work and do it with the update video. And then if they work well, if people like them, then I might move them onto a guide video. So that's the current plan right now. Mainly it's just I'm waiting on that update. When that update comes out, I'm going to see what's changed, play for a few days, and then start working on another guide. So right now it's just kind of a waiting game. So I will be posting more videos. I'll be doing, more stuff. And I'm planning on hopefully doing a little more, or changing up the guides a bit. one thing that I wanted to do with this channel is I wanted to have a very unique style. So all my graphics are going to be similar. I change them, but they're going to be similar. The user interface, the thing I use for the videos to display information, I've made sure that is pretty uniform, pretty much the same how I want it to be every time. And then the music, I've been involved in music stuff for a long time, so I have a very large collection of, you know, small artists like SoundCloud stuff that are very good and have a very unique style, and I wanted that in the videos, and that's why the music is how it is. It's not the most if you go look at other guides, either they don't have music or the music they have is more in the Dota style. They use like the Dota tracks or whatever, like from the music packs and such, or they use similar stuff, kind of, what's the word, theatrical or maybe medieval even, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that, but I wanted my channel to be uniquely different. I wanted it to be recognizable, so that's why I use the music that I use. So I'm trying to you know, develop things in that way that everything is going to be unique. One of the things that's not super unique right now are the guides themselves. I don't mind doing these meta guides, you know, the guides that are like fairly similar to, what is it, Tortellini, his guides. I don't mean ever to copy his guides, but basically his guides are a representation of what is meta on that hero. He, you know, is very involved with Valve. He's very involved in the community. He goes to all the tournaments, he watches this stuff, and he pays attention to this and gets feedback so that he knows this is what, you know, the pros, this is what the people in the upper brackets are doing. This is how you win with this hero. And that's very admirable. And I very much want my guides to be meta. You know, I want them to be current and useful. But I also want to venture into some more unique guides. Maybe something like, I know that I believe it's Eric Wright, the Only Way to Play guides. Those guides are usually a good mix of meta and just uniqueness, something that other people haven't thought about doing. And I really like that style of guide, that, you know, where it's like, this is not the same as every other guide I've watched. I want to be able to do both of those. I want to have a super just like meta, like this is what everybody is doing, and then I also want to have this is what I'm doing, you know, which we'll see how that works out. Actually, this video that you're watching now, I was trying out a bot game, a guide that I was working on for Invoker, which was more of almost like a right-click Invoker. It was based off of a build I saw some pro do in a game where he kind of got ahead, and the beginning of the build is pretty much the same as every Invoker build, but then it starts to branch off. You get like a Hurricane Pike and a Desolator and stuff like that, just to build right-click damage and push. So I want to start doing unique stuff like that, you know, guides that will kind of give you an advantage because nobody sees him coming. When you see an Invoker in the mid lane, you don't expect him to build, you know, a Dragon Lance and a Desolator and just right-click everybody to death. But it's a viable thing. So I want to do more unique guides like that. We'll see, you know, how that goes. So yeah, just wanted to let everybody know the channel's not dead. I know it seems like that every time I post a video because there's months in between things. So I'm going to try and start doing channel updates or informative videos. I want to do a video on pulling, like stacking and pulling camps. I'm still, again, the issue with that is how do I demonstrate that in the best way possible? Because I don't want generic, like me sitting at a computer live saying, oh, you go here, you click this or whatever, and then doing it. I want to actually do like a professional video where I have a script, I talk about the things, and then I have footage to go with it, and then I have an interface that is in some way demonstrating to people this is what you have to do or whatever. So still working on that, and hopefully that'll be done soon, and I'll start posting some more videos to keep you guys entertained and interested in the channel while you wait for the other videos. So yeah, I believe that is everything I wanted to cover in this. I don't really have anything else to talk about. So with that, I'm going to end this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. We will be posting more. And I will see you guys in the next video.